I am Sarah Cantrell, and I'm here today to talk to you about what the PSAT Nmsqt is and why you should take it. First of all, the PSAT is simply the preliminary SAT. It's a version of the SAT that has scaled back content that is relevant to kids who are sophomores and juniors in high school. That's the PSAT part. The Nmsqt part is the National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test, and so this is a scholarship competition for juniors only. So while younger students can take the PSAT, it doesn't become a scholarship competition until their junior year. The PSAT is given in mid-October during a school time. So it's given on a Wednesday, and you would take it during class. And so you would also sign up for it at the school. Unlike the SAT and the ACT, which you would sign up for online at their websites. So you would need to check with your counseling office to see when the actual registration is and how much it costs, because it does vary from school to school. The cost is usually about $20. I've seen it range from $17 to about $20. So that does vary as well, but it is significantly cheaper than the college admissions test. So, why should you take the PSAT? Well, there's a few reasons. The first is that the content is geared specifically toward younger high school students. That means it's a lot less frustrating to take than, the ACT or the SAT. The content on those tests test things that seniors would have been exposed to. And this content kind of caps off at Algebra 2. So sophomores can take this test without feeling completely done in by it. They actually know what they're doing, and so they're more confident because of it. Another reason that you might want to take this test is that it has some great data associated with it. Of all the tests out there for high schoolers to take, this one is actually my favorite one as far as the type of information that you get back from it. You actually get your actual test back. So all of the work that you've done on the test, all of the notes you've taken, the answers you've circled or crossed out, you get them all back. This is very different from, for example, the ACT. When you order that back, which actually costs more money, you don't get your test back. You just get a copy of the test back. So with the PSAT, you get your actual test back, and then you get access to online answers and explanations. They let you know not only what you got wrong, but why you got it wrong, what the right answer is, and they explain it. Really, College Board does a fantastic job of helping kids understand what they need to improve on and how they need to improve on it. And all of this comes with that $20 test fee. It's not something that you have to pay more for or order. The other thing about this is that you can start taking it as a ninth grader. Not all school districts advertise that fact. And so if you have a ninth grader, this is something that you might have to actually ask for. But I do recommend that if you have a student, especially one that is a good test taker and that has a shot at being national merit as a junior, to go ahead and start taking this as a ninth grader, because that would give you 2 practice PSATs before the actual PSAT their junior year. And then, of course, there's that possibility of qualifying for National Merit semifinalist as a junior, which has its own rewards. Which brings me to this. What is National Merit? Well, it's a program that names the very best test takers as National Merit semifinalists. It's about the top 1% of all test takers. It's actually smaller than the top 1%. It ranges from about the half percentile to 3/4 percentile. So this is a very select few test takers that get named semifinalists. The semifinalist list is released this September after juniors take the test in October. So it's almost a whole year later before you find out whether or not you're a semifinalist. Especially for those who have borderline scores, it's a long wait, but it's absolutely worth it when you do get named semifinalist. And then starts the process of becoming a finalist. This is an application process that includes essays, letters of recommendation, all that typical stuff that you do when you're applying to anything, any type of scholarship. You also have to take the SAT and score very highly on that. Now, you don't necessarily have to be in the 99th percentile for the SAT, but you do have to score very well on it. And the whole benefit of this is that universities often award scholarships based on national merit recognition. Sometimes, often actually, the very best scholarships that are available at universities are national merit recognition scholarships. So this is definitely something that pays off in real dollars. Okay, let me give you a timeline so that you can know exactly what I recommend as far as PSAT is concerned. So this is a timeline of freshman year through senior year. Your freshman year, if you can, try to take a PSAT. Again, you might have to ask your counselors if this is something that they will allow you to do, but it is not something that is prohibited, and it is something that I absolutely recommend. Then the next year, you would want to do the same thing. Take the PSAT your sophomore year. And then your junior year, here it goes again. All of those in October. So you would take 3 PSATs, that third one also being your National Merit Scholarship qualifying test. And then I actually recommend that you go ahead and take the SAT that December. If you are preparing for the PSAT the October of your junior year, you're never going to be more prepared for that SAT than you are at the tail end of your PSAT preparation. So go ahead and take that December SAT during your junior year. All right, so what about test prep? Well, honestly, I don't recommend that you do a whole lot of any type of structured test prep until right before the PSAT. There's so much online stuff that is so good for the kids that they can do on their own during their freshman and sophomore year that there's really no need to pay anybody to do any type of focused test prep until you are gearing up for that last push to the National Merit Scholarship qualifying test. And then I would continue rolling with that through November so that when you take the December test, you are absolutely in tip-top test-taking shape. Now, that leaves us with your senior year. By then, you've had all of your tests taken. You'll find out in September whether or not you're a semifinalist. And then actually, December is your last chance to make that SAT score for finalist. So you would spend your senior year simply working on finalist qualification. But if all has gone well, you have already taken all the tests that you need to do, and it is just an application process during your senior year, which would make life a whole lot easier for everyone.